racism in multiracial society like Malaysia.
Racism or racism?
Sorry.
Racism.
Yes.
This is the question about Surah Hujurat chapter 49 verse number 13. And does it talk about supremacy of Islam? I'll give the translation of that verse. Surah Hujurat chapter 49 verse number 13 says, Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum zakrin wa unsa wa jalnakum shu'uban wa qaba'ila lita'arafu inna akramakum indallahi yatqakum innallaha alimun khabir, which means, O humankind, we have divided you into nations and tribes so that you shall recognize each other, not that you shall despise each other. And the most honored in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the person who has taqwa. This verse of the Quran doesn't talk about supremacy of Islam. It talks about that all human beings are equal in the sight of Allah. It doesn't talk about supremacy of Islam. It talks all human beings. Allah has divided them into nations and tribes. Otherwise, Surah Rum chapter 30 verse 21 says, Allah has made you into different colors and different languages. So all this is so that you recognize each other, not that you shall fight each other. That means, according to this verse, sex is not the criteria for one human being to be superior to the other human being. Wealth is not the criteria for one human being to be superior over the other human being. The color of the skin is not the criteria. The age is not the criteria. The only criteria is taqwa, God consciousness. So here Allah is talking about all human beings are equal, whether black, white, brown, yellow, whether rich, whether poor, whether king, whether pauper. Whichever part to stay, whether in America, whether Malaysia, whether India, whether Pakistan, whichever part to stay, all are equal. The only criteria that can make you superior is taqwa, God consciousness, piety. About supremacy of Islam is other verses. But this verse is talking about taqwa. The only way is taqwa. Regarding a question, how can we solve this problem of racism in this multiracial society? Sister, Islam is against racism. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said in his last farewell Hajjul Bida sermon, he said that no Arab is superior to a non-Arab. Neither a non-Arab superior to an Arab. No black is superior to a white, neither a white superior to a black. So in Islam, race doesn't make you superior whether you are American, whether you are English, whether you are Malay, whether you are Indian. All races in the sight of Allah is equal. All races are equal. This is Islam. And I believe that the constitution, even this country, they believe the federal religion is Islam. Yes, what you can do, you can help the people who are deprived to uplift them, that is different. If people are deprived, if you feel this community is deprived and I want to help them because they are deprived, that's a separate issue. That you can do. But you cannot say I'm a superior race, I'm an Arab, therefore I'm more superior, I'm an Indian, therefore I'm more superior, I'm a Malay, therefore I'm more superior, I'm an American. No. In Islam, all are equal. All human beings are equal, but it doesn't end there. It says that highest is taqwa. And we follow the guidelines of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You cannot say all are equal and then you start doing things which are not correct. You can't go and rape someone saying we are equal. You cannot make prostitution common. Cannot make drug addiction allowed. All these are guidelines laid by Allah. That means human beings are equal, but you don't allow them to spoil the society. So the guidelines for the society is the glorious Quran. This Quran is the last and final revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the whole of humanity. It is the future world constitution, the do's and don'ts. You don't have to have a conference to know what is good, what is bad. Our Creator already gave it to us. Only thing what we have to do is have to study it and implement it. Study this, study the seerah of the Prophet, study the hadith of the Prophet, and all the replies are there. Quran has the solution to the problems of humanity. So if you know that there is a problem in society, whether it be American society, whether UK society, whether Indian society, whether Malay society, whether Saudi society, check it with the Quran. If you are following the rules of the Quran, then that problem will be solved. If you grow against the teachings of the Quran, the problem will be there. This Quran has the solution to the problems of humanity. It is so easy. But if we Muslims have faith in Allah and His Rasul, we will be top of the world. Today, we want to satisfy other people rather than satisfy Allah and His Rasul. Today we are more knowing what will the UN tell us. What will this country think about me? You are more bothered about what will others think about me. You are more bothered about pleasing others than pleasing Allah and His Rasul. If you please Allah and His Rasul, irrespective, you have problems in this world, your akhirah would be Jannah. But we should have that faith. Do we have that faith? So if we have that faith, that Quran has the solution to the problems of humanity, Islam has the solution to the problems of humanity, and study Islam, and you see wherever Islam has been implemented in its true form, you get results. And the best example is the time of the Prophet and the Khulafa Rashidin. You know, the people, the non-Muslims, they invited the Khalifa, Hazrat Umar and others, come and attack our place and remove our ruler so that we have a benevolent ruler like you. And people say Islam was spread by the sword. Now, you cannot give example of a single Muslim country anywhere in the world. Sorry to say. Not a single Muslim country anywhere of the world where you can say is following Quran and Sunnah in total. Some parts, okay. But overall, no. Inshallah, Allah, I ended my talk by quoting a verse from the Quran. From Surah Tawbah chapter 9 verse 33, Surah Fatah chapter 48 verse 28, and Surah Saf chapter 61 verse number 9. Huwa allazi arsala rasulahu bida waddin al-haq liyuzhirahu ala ad-din kulli. That Allah sent His messenger with guidance and the din of truth, so that it will prevail over all the other religions, all the wisdoms. And enough is Allah as a witness. The day will come, and there are various hadith. It will come when inshallah there will be peace, and at least we will rule for 7 years. The full world will have that proper peace, etc. We don't know when it will come. And if it comes when we are alive, alhamdulillah. And that's the reason we should strive to follow Quran and Sunnah. Whether others follows or not. Don't tell why is not he doing, or why is not that person doing. At least you follow yourself. At least I should see that I am following Quran and Sunnah. The people always point fingers, oh, he's not doing, that one is not doing, that Muslim is not doing. He's not doing. At least let us follow. Imagine if all 1,000 people, we 1,000 start following 100%, alhamdulillah. The world will be a better place. Right or wrong? So inshallah, we make it a target today that inshallah, all of us will try and follow as much of Quran as we know to the maximum possibility. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do we agree we'll follow the Quran and the Sahih Hadith? Please
Yes.
raise your hand. All of us? MashaAllah. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may He give us the hidayah and the guidance so that we stick to the Quran and Sahih Hadith. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you.